Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news all right, folks. Let's dive into what could be a game changer for the 49ers and the entire NFC West. Rumors are swirling around a potential trade that could significantly shake up the landscape of the division. Yes, I'm talking about the San Francisco 49ers potentially acquiring Jerry Jeudy from the Cleveland Browns. Now, this isn't just some speculation thrown around for fun. There's some serious talk behind the scenes that this move could reshape the way the 49ers approach the second half of the season and even the playoffs. First off, let's talk about the context of this potential blockbuster. The Browns, sitting at 2-7, are clearly in a rebuild mode. Their cap situation, roughly $19 million, combined with the recent struggles of quarterback Deshaun Watson, who's been underperforming with an EPA pass of -0.7, makes it clear that Cleveland is eyeing a reset. They're focusing on building around their young quarterback and trying to infuse some speed and explosiveness into their offense. The recent extensions for Amari Cooper point towards a priority shift, and trading away a player like Jeudy, who is only 26 and a mismatches king, makes sense from a strategic standpoint. Now, Jeudy's profile is quite impressive. The guy is a legitimate mismatch on the field: speed, route running, yards after catch, you name it. His career stats already boast over 200 receiving yards and 22 touchdowns, with a stellar 87.9 PFF grade. In 2025, he's been somewhat limited, only 9 games so far, with 45 receptions for 612 yards and 4 touchdowns. Still, his per-game averages are solid, and his red zone presence with a plus 180 yards boost makes him a prime target for any offense looking to elevate its scoring ability. What's even more enticing is his elite separation, with a career separation percentage of over 10% and a 4.38-second 40-yard dash, fast enough to burn defenses deep or create those crucial space plays when it counts. For the Browns, the rationale behind trading Jeudy makes sense. They're prioritizing youth and cap flexibility, especially with a rebuilding mindset centered around their young QB. Their defense, ranked 24th in EPA pass allowed, needs a complete overhaul, and moving Jeudy could free up resources and draft capital. Reports suggest Cleveland might focus on a total rebuild, especially after the extension of Cooper, and Jeudy's speed and route-running ability are exactly what they need to give their offense a spark while they focus on rebuilding their defense. But let's shift gears and look at how this potential move impacts the 49ers. San Francisco is sitting at 5-4 after the second half of the season started, and they've been somewhat inconsistent. They've been searching for that precise WR route runner to complement Deebo Samuel, especially with rumors swirling about a possible trade involving Samuel. Jeudy's addition could be exactly what Kyle Shanahan's offense needs: a true separator, someone who can create mismatches in the red zone and on third down, boosting the Niners' offensive efficiency significantly. Think about it: Jeudy's ability to generate plus 180 yards in red zone scenarios and his elite YAC, yards after catch, averaging over 5 yards YAC per reception, could be a real game changer for Brock Purdy. Adding Jeudy would elevate the 49ers' passing game by approximately 900 projected yards, which is huge considering their current offensive production. This move would also translate into a 16% increase in Purdy's EPA, making their aerial attack even more lethal. In terms of red zone efficiency, Jeudy's skill set would help the 49ers exploit mismatches against secondary defenses, especially against teams like the Arizona Cardinals, which currently rank around 18th in points allowed per game. The combination of George Kittle's presence and Jeudy's speed and route running would make their third down conversions jump from 37% to around 43%, a significant boost that could keep drives alive more consistently. Now, let's not forget the impact on the division and the NFC playoff picture. With Jeudy in the fold, the 49ers could see their odds of reaching the Super Bowl improve dramatically. Bookmakers have shifted their Super Bowl odds from +6.0 to around +3.200, reflecting how much this move could influence expectations. Jeudy would serve as that X factor in the playoffs, especially when facing tough secondary units like those of the Rams or other NFC contenders. His explosiveness and ability to make contested catches at an 80% success rate would give Shanahan's offense a new dimension, especially in the clutch moments. But what about the Browns' side of things? Well, their odds of making a deep playoff run are already long, with Super Bowl odds dropping from +12.0 to around +17.0 after losing a key piece like Jeudy. They're clearly in a rebuilding phase, and the trade signals their focus on developing their young QB and defense instead of competing now. Cleveland's defense, after all, has struggled, and they're looking to rebuild from a foundation of youth and cap flexibility. Moving Jeudy might be part of a broader strategy to gather draft assets and rebuild on both sides of the ball. So, what does this mean for the 49ers? Well, for starters, adding Jeudy would not only give them a premier route runner, but also a player who can stretch the field and create mismatches in the red zone. His arrival would give Brock Purdy a true deep threat and a reliable option in critical moments, especially on third down and in the red zone. The chemistry between a quarterback and wide receiver is often underrated, and Jeudy's route precision and elite separation skills would make him an instant fit in Shanahan's scheme. Plus, with the 49ers already boasting a strong run game and tight ends like Kittle, adding a dynamic WR like Jeudy makes their offense even more balanced and unpredictable. And let's talk about the division rivals. Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals are all still vying for supremacy, but a move like this could tilt the scales significantly. The 49ers, with their solid defense led by Bosa and Warner, plus an improved aerial attack, could become even more formidable. They'd be better equipped to handle high-powered offenses in the playoffs, especially with Jeudy's ability to generate explosive plays, an additional 21% compared to their current offense. Of course, the trade would come with some questions. Would Cleveland take a third-round pick in 2027? And how would Jeudy adapt to the 49ers system? But given his skill set and Shanahan's offensive genius, the fit seems natural. Jeudy's ability to create separation and make contested catches would complement the existing weapons perfectly, and his addition could push the 49ers deeper into the postseason picture, maybe even making a serious run for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title. Looking ahead, if the trade happens, the impact could be felt immediately. Brock Purdy would have a new go-to guy who can win in tight coverage, and Shanahan would have even more flexibility to scheme around his new weapon. The 49ers' offense would evolve into a more explosive, balanced attack that keeps defenses guessing. And the defense, which has held strong despite some injuries, would be able to focus even more on stopping opponents without constantly worrying about giving up big plays downfield. In terms of the playoffs, adding Jeudy makes the 49ers a real contender. Their odds of winning the Super Bowl would jump from a long shot to a much more realistic threat. Facing teams with secondary weaknesses, Jeudy's speed and route running would be the difference maker, especially in high-stakes games. The NFC is wide open this year, and the 49ers want to capitalize on that opportunity. With a full-strength roster and a true game-breaking receiver, they're looking at a serious shot to make noise in January and push for that 6th Lombardi trophy. All in all, this potential Jeudy trade is one of those moves that could define the rest of the season for the 49ers. It's about maximizing their offensive talent, creating mismatches, and elevating their chances to reach the Super Bowl. While Cleveland might be looking to rebuild, San Francisco is in win-now mode, and acquiring a player like Jeudy could be the piece that puts them over the top. It's exciting to think about the possibilities, and if this move comes to fruition, fans better prepare for an even more dangerous 49ers team that's ready to make a deep playoff run and chase that elusive 6th Lombardi. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now I want to hear from you 49ers fans. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Jeudy is the perfect piece to push this team over the edge? Or do you believe the 49ers should focus on other areas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, not just to us, but to the team as well. This is the kind of move that could define the rest of the season, so don't hold back. And remember, I'll be back soon with more updates and insider info, so stay tuned and keep that passion alive. The 49ers are on the rise, and with moves like this, they're setting themselves up for a serious shot at another Super Bowl run. Let's keep riding this wave together, and as always, go Niners.